Now we're going to turn to Spider-Man.
You know, on Broadway, no show in history has had so many accidents, cost so much money, sparked as much controversy as the musical Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark. But now the show's been retooled, and Nightline anchor Cynthia McFadden got an exclusive first look backstage at the Revamped $74 million musical. You sat down with none other than the man behind the show, Bono, Cynthia?
Well, Robin, those involved in the show tell me they've spent more than $5 million more to retool it, but they're now much happier with it, and audiences seem to be too. They're getting standing ovations. So Bono and The Edge say it's 80% there right now, but that by the official opening night on June 14th, it will be 100%. What they hope for.
It was supposed to be the biggest musical Broadway had ever seen. Spider-Man, with a score by Bono and The Edge, sumptuous sets, and fantastic flying sequences.
Just passing through.
But after 5 accidents,
There has been another accident.
6 delayed openings, and some of the worst reviews in Broadway's history, it seemed the death knell had sounded for the show.
So I've never read quite so horrific reviews. Things like the New York Times, it may rank among the worst musicals ever made. The Washington Post, shrill, insipid mess. What did you guys think when you read these?
It's the sort of stuff we were saying backstage. I mean, seriously, it might have been a little hard for some other people around here to take that, but we don't disagree with the New York Times.
That shocking insight seems to be part of what led to the recent departure of Julie Taymor, the legendary director of The Lion King, who wrote and directed the original version of the show.
So what went wrong? I mean, everyone wants to understand what went wrong. Why isn't she still directing the show?
Julie would not accept this, but you know, she got very close to it, so close perhaps that she couldn't see it, and we were going out and coming back, and we could see very clearly what we thought were the problems, and she didn't think they were as big a problem as we did. And sometimes at a point like that, you've just got to just say, look, you are too close, and we're eating more and more time and other people's money, and we've actually got to stop now and fix this.
Last month, Spider-Man's producers closed the show for 3 weeks and brought in director Phil McKinley to fix it, a man they're calling its creative consultant.
So it doesn't bug you a little bit not to be called the director of Spider-Man?
No. Actually, some people call me Spidey Doc. And I like
Doc?
that. I like Spidey Doc. I actually do.
And the show certainly needed a doctor. A song has been added.
I'm a $65 million circus.
And the love story has been developed.
And the sky tonight is luminous.
Well, you know, the last version of Turn Off the Dark had a lot of magic and mysterious stuff. It was beautiful, actually, in so many ways. It didn't cohere. This time, you have a really clear storyline. You have characters that you're getting to know. The music is in a system where it's legible, and there's lots of really obvious stuff has been fixed.
But don't worry, Spider-Man still flies. This is Chris Tierney, who nearly died when his harness wasn't properly tied off.
I wear like an Under Armour suit.
But he's back, and he's airborne. In fact, the whole show seems to fly now.
Well, in fairness to Julie Taymor, Bono and The Edge told me that they still consider the original director one of the greatest creative talents of all time, Robin, and that ultimately the success of the show, if it is successful now when it reopens, will be also a tribute to her. We asked Julie to comment, and she declined.
How is the relationship now with all of them?
Well, you know, it's hard. They were all really close friends, and I asked The Edge and Bono. They said they haven't talked to her for a bit, but they are going to invite her to opening night.
Oh, that's great. And you have seen it before and after all the changes. What do you think?
I have to say I loved it time 2.
Oh, all right.
Loved it.
Well, have a great weekend.
You
We'd love that you
too.
brought it to us. And you can see all of Cynthia's report tonight on Nightline after your local late news.